All right, thank you so much for watching your Edpuzzle video. Probably shouldn't be thanking you since it's your homework. You're supposed to do this anyway, but good job for doing your homework. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about many years ago in the 1400s. People in Europe discovered that in Asia, China and India, there's a lot of great spices that won't grow in Europe because of the weather conditions are not good for growing these spices. Well, spices are really valuable back in the 1400s because there's no electricity, there's no power. Spices could help preserve food. It was also a sign of wealth. And if you could get to Asia and get these spices, it would make your country rich because you could sell and trade and make lots of money. So these people from Europe would make very long and very dangerous journeys on land to get to Asia. It was so dangerous because thieves would know the Europeans were coming and they would attack and they would steal and injure a lot of these traders. It was very long, very, very dangerous. And you know, the Europeans that were able to get to Asia and make it back safely would become very wealthy, but many of them didn't. And a lot of European rulers, specifically Portugal, this western country on the west coast of Europe, almost on the bordering the Atlantic Ocean. This is Portugal. Portugal really wanted to find a sea route to India, China, to Asia. In the 1400s, there was this new technology. Today, now, we wouldn't think of it as anything fancy, but it was new technology for the time that helped the explorers make these trips. One of these technologies available was something that today we take for granted, but it's a compass. And compasses were created by the Chinese, and it helped with magnets to identify the North and South poles. So the North Pole specifically, so it could help you to always know where north was. That helped, this compass helped explorers. Another piece of technology was called the astrolabe. And the astrolabe was also a great technology for explorers. It helped the explorers find the sun, and with the sun, it helped the explorers determine, based on the height of the sun, how far north or south they are from the equator. So basically, an understanding of latitude. So the astrolabe helped them determine how far they were from the line of latitude, the equator rather. These discoveries helped Europeans kind of piece together more information on the map. They kind of got a better feel for where the map was, where things were on the map rather. The Portuguese also created a better ship that was better for exploring. They created the caravel. The caravel was lighter, it was faster. Their sail was a triangle, which for some reason that was better. Also, the Portuguese were brilliant. They figured out that if you put tar on the wooden floor of the boat, that's waterproof. It stopped water from coming in, so that was good. And the Portuguese also figured out a way to have larger spaces for cargo so they could bring more things back with them as well. So the Portuguese really did a great job with the caravel, which was better for these explorations. The Portuguese also, their rulers, really valued exploration. In fact, the king of Portugal, his son, was named Prince Henry. And Prince Henry really wanted Portugal to find a sea route to Asia. He also knew that in Africa, there was a lot of gold and ivory. And not only did Prince Henry want Portuguese explorers to make it to Asia for the spices and the silk, he also wanted to get a lot of gold and ivory in Africa. So Prince Henry created schools to help Portuguese explorers find a route to Asia and also to have the Portuguese explorers get gold and ivory from Africa. So Isaac, Prince Henry, that's you. So you're going to want to check out the textbook. Page 38 of the textbook talks a lot about Prince Henry. Well, Henry also had another big motivation. Not only did he want the gold and ivory from Africa, Not only did he want the spices from Asia, he also wanted to spread Christianity to people in Africa and anywhere else that they could explore. That was another big motivation for Henry. So Henry also does some things that are not very good, not very nice at least. Not only does he want gold and ivory, he also creates a slave trade. And he buys and sells slaves in Africa, and he buys them in Africa and sells them in other parts of the world. So that was not a very nice impact that Henry the Navigator had. Well, for 40 years, he never exactly finds the direct route to Asia by sea, and he dies. Then in 1487, Bartholomew Diaz, a Portuguese explorer, that's Bart Davis's explorer for our project, goes on a trip, and he makes it around the tip of Africa. And he's very excited that he's made it around the tip of Africa. This was a big discovery. So he comes back to tell the King of Portugal that he has discovered that you can go around the tip of Africa. We call this the Cape of Good Hope. I think that's what it's called, the Cape of Good Hope. And Bartholomew Diaz has this big impact because he shows you can go around the tip of Africa. Then, 10 years later, I guess in 1497, Vasco da Gama, he's also Portuguese, takes Bartholomew Diaz's information that he learns from Bartholomew and goes also around the tip of Africa, but this time straight to Asia. He finds that direct route to Asia for the spice trade. Now Portugal has really figured out this route, and now they set up trading posts. They set up settlements along the way so that they can have a fast route, to Asia, and they can bring the spices quickly back, and they can sell them. And Portugal is making a lot of money. Now other European nations want to find an even faster route to Asia. This will lead us to Spain and other European nations trying to find a route to Asia that'll be faster by going west. They think that there's a route that if you go west, you'll find a faster route to Asia. Well, of course, we know that that's not exactly true. I hope this information was interesting to find out about what technologies helped the Portuguese find that route to Asia. Prince Henry's schools, Bartholomew Diaz finding that route around the tip of Africa, and of course Vasco da Gama finding the exact quick route, which then led other European countries to want to find an even faster route because Portugal pretty much had this route, had control of that route. They weren't very willing to give it up. Portugal also came and took gold and ivory, and sadly also slaves. They bought slaves, very sadly, from Africa. They also got spices from Asia. This made Portugal very, very wealthy. Okay, and then we'll find out what Spain does as a result, and then we'll be finding out about other explorers as well in the next couple days. Hope this was interesting to you.